What's going on, guys? Jace here from Dineline. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm one of the co-founders here. And today I'm gonna break down for you why I don't really think marketing budgets should exist and some of the math behind it. So stick with me and we'll get into it. So originally, for most brands, we're talking about restaurants today, but most restaurants, in fact, the term marketing budget came from, let's say, a set amount that the company wanted to offer in order to think, okay, if we spend this amount of money, we'll get a certain amount in return. So like traditionally, right, we're talking like, and I'm gonna do like some third grade drawings for you guys, billboards, radio, some of these. And the reason why there's a set marketing budget, and even though the business knows that this is gonna lead to sales, because we can't track it, it's always looked at as an expense. But here, the year 2022, we have a lot of different software to us available. And for us at Dineline, we use this for a lot of our customers to show them that we really shouldn't have a marketing budget at all. And it's as simple as we're spending money and we're making more money. So I'm gonna break down the math with you for you. Stick with me here. The way that we do this actually is gonna be able to be tracked through customers' phones. So on platforms, let's say like Facebook, Google, YouTube, all the big guys, right? We can spend money on these platforms to get in front of customers. And then because of what we can track through customers' cell phones and the purchases that they make, we can see that what was spent on these ad platforms versus what customers spent in store, mathematically makes sense for us, and we can continue to spend more. So I'll show you how that math works here. Let's say I'm a sit-down restaurant, right? And I know that, hey, every time that I can get a customer in the door, that customer is gonna spend at least $30, okay? So if I'm gonna run an ad online, let's say that ad is gonna cost me $1 to $2 a click. This is gonna range depending on what kind of platform you're on, but I'm just gonna use this for the sake of this example. And over here, I'm gonna put in, and I'm just gonna use this as a recent client that had success with us on this recently. I'm gonna put in $30. Typically, this can even go from like 50 cents to $2. But let's say here that I can come into this scenario and think, okay, I'm only willing to spend $1,000, right? That's my set budget. But if I can see that, let's say I can get 20% of all the customers who click on an ad to come to the restaurant, and I'm not giving away any deep discounts, so my cost of goods sold stays high, then I can go, let's say for $1 to $2, my CPA, or cost per acquisition, is what we call it in the marketing world, bringing this over to restaurants. It's gonna be anywhere from $5 to $10. You guys see how I did that? This is 20%. So 20% is $5 to $10. So every time I spend 10, I make 30, right? So this can either be a 4-to-1 or a 3-to-1 return. And I'm also not giving away any huge discounts here because that would obviously eat into my return on ad spend here. We've gotten some pretty crazy results from this. So somebody right now that's spending, let's say, $10,000, and if you have all your tracking systems in place, that $10,000 went to $100,000. I would be stupid here in order to say that this $10,000 we should just stop here. Why? Because mathematically I'm tracking every single one of these customers to see that it's making me $100,000. So what is the most logical thing here to do is all I'm gonna do is if I double that ad spend, that's just gonna continue to multiply the success that I'm having. And guys, we swear by this because this is what has helped us grow as a company. It's what we advise our restaurant customers to do, and really look at it from, if we have our tracking in place, we can spend as much money as we want as long as the numbers make sense. The thing is that a lot of times, people just aren't doing it. They're not taking the time to really think this through. They're putting something on the billboard and we're like, oh, and again, I'm not saying that billboards, radio, but I know people are gonna look at this and say, it's worked for me. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is that if you're not able to track, how can I know for sure that this isn't gonna be an expense and that it's making me money, right? If the same tracking was on the billboard, for example, why not just continue to multiply those billboards? And we can kind of get a rough estimate of situations like this, but man, through the social media ad networks, a lot of the internet ad networks that we go on, and customer cell phones, that's where the sweet spot is. And this is how we've been able to grow a significant amount of our customers over a short period of time. If you like videos like this, like, comment, subscribe. We'll be putting more stuff out there, and we'll see you in the next video. Cheers.